Alright, gamers, we're jumping in to the Age of History 2 scenario that I made a long time ago with every single American city independent custom civ named nations. And we're gonna time lapse it again just for fun. We time lapsed it a while ago last year, but I want to do it again just because it's a cool scenario and it deserves more of a spotlight. So we're just going to be time-lapsing it for fun. Last time we time-lapsed this, the Washington, D.C. won of all the cities, which is pretty crazy. But this time, boys, I think, and I'm going to be guessing, I'm going to say Atlantic City. It might win. San Francisco did pretty good last time, I'm pretty sure. Or maybe it was LA, but usually the higher population do better. Obviously, I'm not going to catch every single invasion because that would just be crazy. But we'll probably get a couple invasions that we can see here and there. Once the map kind of fills up, I'll probably look over and see what cities are all doing pretty good at the start. Albany, New York, though, kind of popping off, I'm not gonna lie. Like this, they've got a lot of land already. They might be a little bit of a powerhouse if they can hold on to it. But that was the thing we also realized when we last did this, was that they lose their land pretty often. Florida is also doing pretty good down here in Miami. Is this Miami? I don't think it is. Or maybe it is, it is. They have two capitals for some reason. It's kind of odd. Or is there two different countries? I think that's what it is. Yeah, they're two separate countries just with the same color. My mistake, guys. Holy shit, bro. Albany just completely collapsed. Atlantic City went, nah, we're gonna take that over. Bro, Atlantic City popping off. They might win already, and I predicted their win. Bro moment. If they win, guys, I'm going to New Vegas. We're gonna fucking win the lottery. I'm just telling you guys right now, I predicted the outcome of this event. Bro, I wish I visited more of these cities, because then I could, like, talk about experience I've had with them. Like, literally the only places I've been in the United States, or really anywhere, to be honest, is obviously my home state, Kansas. I've been to Colorado, which was pretty cool. I've been to Missouri, Oklahoma, and Texas. That's the only states I've been to. I think as a kid, I slightly hit the edge of Arkansas. I might be wrong, but like that's the most really I've traveled. I've never even been to Nebraska. Not that I would want to, because this state is complete fucking garbage. If you live in Nebraska, I'm sorry, boys. But actually, Nebraska is not even that much different than Kansas. I don't know why I'm throwing shade at Nebraska. Who's all winning? Atlantic City might hold on to this claim. Buffalo, New York could be a good competitor. Washington, D.C., for whatever reason, not expanding this match, so I don't know if they're going to win this time. The cool thing about this scenario is, right, like we could do this 1,000 times and it'll usually be a different outcome, which is just kind of fun to do. St. Paul's kind of doing okay, but I don't know how long they're going to hold on to this. Denver's doing pretty good. They're kind of popping up. I like Denver, so they might do pretty good here. I haven't been to Denver, though. The city in Colorado I went to was Colorado Springs, which is about like right here. And I went to Pikes Peak. I went to the Royal Gorge and other shit, which that was pretty fun. That was probably the best state I've been to. Colorado's a good state. Bro, it's crazy just how many cities in America you can just remember by name. It's like all these places have something semi-memorable about them, which is kind of crazy. I don't know if it's like that, like if you live in a different country, you remember the majority of your city's names, but it's kind of cool. Jefferson City doing pretty good, so that's kind of surprising. Detroit, boys! Detroit, I'm rooting for Detroit. Fuck it, boys. All the way, Detroit fan. At this point. Atlantic City, though, could still win this, I'm not gonna lie. Like, they got majority of the coast under their belt. Jefferson City, though, could put a little bit of a fight on them, so we'll see how it goes, though. Shreveport looking pretty strong. The West Coast is not doing too much. They really need to consolidate their power into one of these two countries if they want to win at this point, but I think Detroit, boys, they'll pull it out. They'll find a way, boys. Detroit will win this game. Probably not. It's probably going to be Atlantic City. Detroit's just over here taking over Wisconsin and Minnesota, but losing their mainland to Fort Wayne. Shreveport kind of rebuilding, though, and Atlantic City kind of falling apart here. I don't know if that means anything, but we could see Shreveport win, and I'd be okay with that. It'd be kind of an interesting country to win, considering it's, like, not really a place that you would think would win this game, but if Shreveport wins, I mean, I think I'll be okay with it. Louise, is that how you say this place? They're doing okay. Fort Wayne is just migrating across the entire country. They started out over here, and now they're all the way over here in Oregon. They just take the Oregon Trail from Michigan. Atlantic City is kind of rebuilding now, though. It's hard to know who's going to win this, right? Because there's just so many like different outcomes we can find here. Who's currently number one? I'm going to check the stats. I'm kind of interested to know who's number one. Shreveport has the most provinces, but as we know, provinces doesn't really mean a whole lot. Atlantic City is winning the population game, but they have less native population than Shreveport, which that could play a little bit of a factor. And Atlantic City economy is much larger than Shreveport, so I'd say Atlantic City. And Shreveport is probably the Cold War that we're looking at. San Luis is not doing the greatest against even San Diego, so they're probably not going to be our winner. Looks like Atlantic City was the one to slay Winston-Salem. I'm ready for this Cold War to heat up, you feel me? I think Atlantic City has probably got the dub. San Luis versus Atlantic City. That's probably going to spell pretty bad shit for Shreveport, because then they're going to have even less opportunity to take over land. Oh shit, actually Shreveport and Atlantic City are going to war now, so I guess the big battle has already commenced. We just haven't really realized it. But it looking like Atlantic City is probably going to pull the dub out here, but they are up against two... Oh shit, and they're losing in the homeland against Shreveport. Atlantic City might be in trouble here for a little bit, but I think they might overcome this. Shreveport is putting in some work, and that will hurt Atlantic City production, but I'm not sure if that's enough to completely cripple them. It might be, though. They're having rebels and shit. Bro, is Shreveport going to pull the dub here? That'd be pretty impressive. Bro, if Shreveport comes out of fucking nowhere and wins this game, I swear to God. Crazy. But now they're at war with Miami and other countries, so it's starting to hurt them. But it will also open up a direct line of attack into Atlantic City. It is getting interesting. I don't know who's going to walk away with this game, but Shreveport, Miami City, like everybody's going to war with each other right here. Shreveport might win if they can pull this together, but Atlantic City is a strong country. They're fighting back. They can defend their land. It's just, for how long can they defend? If another country got involved right now, if like Mansfield or Philadelphia got involved against Atlantic City right now, it'd be game over for Atlantic City. Oh shit, I think St. Louis actually won some land here. Bro, I think Atlantic City might have lost. It's crazy. I mean, they're not done. I mean, they can still come back, right? But, like, they're losing. I can't even believe this. This is crazy. Like, San Luis is actually about to win this war. Like, Shreveport is literally about to take the capital. The capital's been taken by Shreveport. Like, this shit's getting crazy, right? Atlantic City is losing. The fall of Atlantic City. I'm rooting for Shreveport at this point. It's just impressive how they haven't died. They're a small city. Like, they deserve to get the dub here, right, boys? This is crazy. They're actually going to win. Are they going to get 100% occupation over Atlantic City? It looks like that's going to be the case. Gigantic dub for Shreveport. Atlantic City is not out of the game, though. Like, if San Luis and Atlantic City both fought Shreveport at the same time, like, Shreveport could lose. So it's definitely not over. There's rebels in San Luis. This game could still very well go to Atlantic City. Oh shit, and Atlantic City and Shreveport are already attacking each other again. Atlantic City's actually winning, though. Which could spell bad things for sure. Oh shit. Shreveport is getting double teamed by Winston-Salem and Atlantic City. Well, boys, F in the chat. It was fun while it lasted. They died really quick. Shreveport was looking amazing, and then they just collapse, like, really quickly. But they are kind of coming back here. They could retake their land, but they've lost a lot. And it's definitely going to hurt their country, because Atlantic City just be rolling over them. Shreveport is doing okay, though, with San Luis getting kind of involved here. They might come back from this. San Luis might have just saved Shreveport by getting involved against Atlantic City. But that might kill San Luis in the late game, because they're probably going to die to Shreveport by a pretty massive margin, I would assume. I think they've beaten Atlantic City again, though. So that's pretty impressive. 2 victories in a row. What are the odds? And they just completely fully annex that land, too. There's going to be a lot of fucking rebels that pop up. Like, that's definitely going to hurt their country for a little bit here. But, you know, San Luis can hold on to it too. So, now we just got the main Cold War between Shreveport and San Luis. And I think Shreveport has got this in the bag. Because there really seems to be no real, like, opposition. I think I'm going to call it here, boys. If they can't even beat Detroit, I think we're going to just call it here. There's a major, like, almost double, like, economic and population advantage for Shreveport. I think we're just going to call it a game, boys. Shreveport is our winner here. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you all for the next one. Peace.